So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment. Alright, hi everyone. So, I got done watching Wally because it's now 15 years old now. Can you believe it? I remember this movie came out the year I graduated out of high school. It, this is one of the few movies I went to theaters twice to see. Once for my brother, and once for my nephew. So, on two separate occasions. So yeah. So there's not. This movie is a very easy to explain. Um, Raleigh is a trash robot who is left behind to basically clean up Earth while all of humanity goes up into space and wait until until Earth is now able to be saved. So spoilers for a 15-year-old movie. Um, Wally, like the first 20 minutes of this movie is very very quiet. Mostly we just hear like Wally see Wally's day to day, which he goes around making blocks everywhere and put on top of skyscrapers because it's like in New York. And he like is collecting stuff because he is a hoarder and collects stuff. And one of the things that he likes to watch one is when it's time for him to kick back. If robots ever do kick back, he watches Hello Dolly, or he plays Pong, and his only friend out there is a cockroach. And so he's very lonely. So one day, a female robot comes to Earth looking for plants. Her name is Eve. He calls her Eva. Calls her Eva. Basically, and he loves her. First, she doesn't really care because she's not. He's not. Wally is not her directive at all. My dog just looked at me when I said directive. Her directives to get plants, and then go back up to the spaceship, and let people know, let the captain knows it's safe to go back to Earth. And so when they actually introduce each other, she ends up finding a plant because Wally finds a plant the day before she shows up, basically, and puts it inside a boot, and he like showing her like everything inside her room, inside her car after inside of her his shelter after a sandstorm happened, and she puts together a Rubik's cube, turns on a light, and they dance together to Hello Dolly. And then Wally shows her a plant, and then that makes her go to sleep for about like a week or something. And he stays by her side until the spaceship comes back. And then they go up into space together. And when they get back to the captain, the captain doesn't know anything about Earth, so he starts learning about everything about Earth by asking his computer about everything. But he thinks that pizza comes out of a plant. No,
None of the pizza does, okay? Like, the toppings does, but not the pizza itself. Pizza is bread, cheese. So, yeah. Does anybody want to explain that to them? So, yeah. But I like the fact that he's able to, like, accent. And the bad guy in this is technically Hell 9000 because people don't think there's really a bad guy in this movie, but there is because I know he's technically programmed to stop them from going back to Earth because I don't know, the president of the company tells them not to, or the president of the United States or something like that. It's kind of hard to tell because it says BL. He acts like the president, and he's a real person, which is weird because the rest of the movie's animated while he's a real person. So yeah. And we don't, if we go up in space, we are really fat, I guess, because we don't exercise. Because even though they have all this stuff here, the robots are there telling them, like, they go in the pool, don't splash, no diving. And then John and Mary break the robot. Because those are the only other two people we see besides the captain. But they're not that important. I mean, one's a cameo because there's always that actor's always in Pixar movies, except for lately. He hasn't been in them lately. In case you haven't noticed. And well, after they get the plant there, they get the plant taken away secretly, and both Wally and Eve get taken to a place where they get cleaned and fixed. Oh yeah, and they also bump into a robot named Mo, who is basically on their side during like the last bit of it in the movie, after Wally gets broken the first time, because he like cleans Wally all the way finally, and we hear him say Mo. And I always compare this guy to my dad since how much of a neat freak he is. But that's part of his job is to clean the robots. So yeah. So after Hell 9000 or A113 is named after a classroom that most of the people in Pixar went to. And from their college years, and then they break them again after the captain takes off autopilot and then drives them home. So, and then the movie ends. So it's not much talk, and like all we hear is mostly in this movie. Hear both Wally say Eva, and hearing Eve saying Wally, like so yeah. But I think it's a very sweet movie. It's one of my favorite romantic movies. My favorite part is probably when they're both Wally and Eve are dancing up in space with the fire hydrant, because since Wally can't fly like Eve can, after she's so happy that he got the plant back from like I would say like those hydrant like the cop robots, because they help out the autopilot a lot. So this one was directed by Andrew Stanton, and we also got like Jim Reedmore doing the screenplay, and looked like Speed Doctor did story. And we got Jim Morris who produced it, and it's starring Ben Blurn who does Wally. We got Ellen Knight who does Eva, and Jeff Glurn who does the captain. So yeah. Who did the cinematography, Daniel Feldbrake, and edited by Stephanie Fielder. Music by Thomas Newman. So guys, there you guys go. It's a really good movie. You should go watch it. I loved it. So guys, I'm gonna give this one like a 10 out 10. It's like this is one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies. It's my three top ones that I really hope they never make sequels to. And if they do, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be mad. Is Ratatouille, Up, and Wall-E. Those three are not allowed to have sequels because I think that there really is none to add afterwards. So remember, here's a little song I wrote. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Subscribe. So, Eve, don't shoot that fish. That fish is the best fish ever. Watch this clip. shoot, don't shoot that fish. Any fish but that one.
Here's a little song I wrote. Don't worry, be happy.
Like, favorite, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Don't worry. Be happy.